Hello, I'm Orange, and what I'm about to share on that channel is something which personally for me 2.5 years ago was rather unbelievable, and I think as back in time most of the normal people, when I considered myself and my life as a pattern of normalcy, wouldn't be able to believe as well until somebody will experience this him or herself in their lives. And it looks like I attracted a particularly psychopathic group of people who is gathering together and involving themselves in activity which is called gangstalking, or under another term you can find it as a group harassment or a group stalking. And I'm about to share conclusions which I got until now, my experience, and maybe provide some tips for people who are actually experiencing that as well. If you are one of the person who is experiencing that kind of situation in your life, please share in your comment what you have discovered so far. I try to gather as much as possible valid and helpful informations for people who are being pushed into that kind of situation. And what I would like to achieve on that channel is to create community of individuals that will work maybe indirectly together in order to make this mainstream and publish what actually is ongoing in the societies. And as I observe it from the distance, it's a worldwide problem. It looks like our modern technology and spreading governmental informations and uncovering files have given a possibility to rise up of groups of people who are, from my perspective, psychopaths and narcissists, in order to have their sick fun inflicted upon the people they are actually targeting. In my case, that issue is ongoing overtly last half year. So since the beginning of 2025, I receive every day activities which I understand as gangstalking activities. Some people would say it's overt surveillance phase and actually harassment, open harassment. But last year, so 2024, was the year in which I was receiving more and more environmental cues that something is actually happening around me and it's up to happen in my life, from people who are here around and also from people from my workplace. I believe that all the situation have started much earlier, because in 2023, in another workplace where actually I started to receive workplace mobbing from colleagues all together. They grouped themselves and they just, by their behavior, managed to push me out and to force me to change my workplace. And I think to many people who are being a group harassed or gangstalked, that is happening as well, that their workplaces are being infected by a fake campaign which is about to ruin the reputation of the chosen person. But to keep this video short and not to go now into all of the details, which I will share in the later videos, I think that I must have given some reason, maybe hard, maybe it was out of jealousy of my life, because my life was quite normal and stable without much of the problems, and in fact until that started to happen I has been recognized as a good and trustful person with let's say standard reputation. Actually, I never gone into some bigger conflicts in my life, and for some reason I attracted a bunch of psychopaths to exactly what they want to do, because until now what I see, they try to drive me crazy with one of the strategies which is called noise campaign, and they also use light stimulation, and yeah. So what I can tell you until now, yes, it is tough to be in that situation. It is not easy, and there were a long time for me that I had to manage my stress. Recently, I finally have put myself back together in order to came back to my own senses, because what those people are doing, and what are the consequences of their actions, is exactly that. It takes let's say it's pointing into your mentality in order to destroy it. So this is their favorite agenda of narcissists and psychopaths. They love to crazy make people, as I understand, and this is also the fun which they developed with usage of the modern technology. There was a moment that I started to believe in the fake agenda spreaded in the internet about so-called directed energy weapon, but it's actually good what happened. I haven't spent much of the time as probably many people who got targeted by that particular fun, and I realized it's just all the fake informations in order to create more stress, because it's plausibly aligns. So the effects of those weapons, if they exist in such a form as is described, and I believe non-standard people would ever have access to that weapons, but the effects described in the internet align with let's say what will you experience mentally once that kind of stressful situation will start to happen in your life, and it will be prolonged for several months, up to 1 year. So so it might refer also to something like a mind control, but it is a control by that they understand and they know exactly what they gonna inflict upon the victim and what kind of the result they can expect. So they try to create somebody into paranoidal state, so in order to push the person further, And those people who are involved in this, it's not the first time for them of doing that. If that is happening to you, I believe the most engaged people around you in your environment, it is not the first time for them when they're doing this. So they probably witnessed many people have destroyed their lives while they are doing that, and they know exactly what to expect from their victims, because they are getting used to this particular fun. Yeah. So that has been said. Thank you for your attention, and welcome to my channel once again. In the future I will create videos more concerning detailed topics, detailed informations about gangstalking itself. For now, that's what is happening in my life still, and I'm experiencing it, and I think many folks in the internet have the same problem. So please share in the comments if you don't mind. Well, if you're a gangstalker yourself, which I believe I will attract quite a few probably, yeah, leave comments as well. Let's see what you can do. I'm actually interested in a conversation in one of yours, because until now, as a healthy, empathetic human being, somebody who have spent life actually in a peaceful, simple way, I really would like to understand what drives you in your core to do such a heinous and sinister crimes, because in fact it is a crime on the huge scale. So thank you for your attention, and have a good time. Cheers.